I believe that's on the 9th of February this year. So what we're going to be looking at are the resources that we have available for online safety, for Safer Internet Day, or just generally, because whilst your students are working from home, they're obviously going to be using the internet an awful lot, and we need to make sure they're remaining safe whilst they're doing that. So essentially what we're going to be looking at is the online safety bundle. That is the bundle contained within EducationCity that has an abundance of resources for making sure that you're staying safe online. We're going to look at how that appears on the staff account as well as how it appears on a student account. I can explain a little bit more about that as we get to it. Now, as always, the accounts I'm using are made up, so please don't worry about any names that you might see. They are all completely made up. It is also an English account, so there are certain things that might appear slightly differently to you if you're joining me today from outside of England, but again, I will point those out. And finally, if you have any questions for me, any questions at all, we do love to hear from you. You will see on your taskbar there is a Q&A button. What you can do is you click onto that, type in your question, you can select for it to appear anonymously, and then that will pop up on my screen. I'll be able to answer that live for you. There obviously is the chat feature, but just be aware that that won't pop up on my screen like the Q&A. So if you do pop a question into the chat, I may not see it. So just so that you're aware of that. Right then, let's head to educationcity.com. And here we are logged in to my account. There we go. Now, one thing that is really quite important when you're logged into EducationCity as an educator, you do have the two views. You've got the classic view that looks like this, and you have the new view that looks like that. Really, really important for the online safety bundle, you have to use the new view. So you can see this is the classic view just here. There we go. Click on the ribbon just there to the new view. This is what that looks like. You can see because you've got the curriculum map there in front of you and your assessment tile just there. And if I scroll down to past our quick links to our additional resources, you will see online safety. And that is the bundle that I am talking about. So if we select that, head in here, and you can see that's split up for ages 5 to 8 and 9 to 11. So those resources sort of are there for those specific ages. And that will be the same no matter where you are joining me from today. Now you'll be able to see we do have things like the Internet of Toys, or another one down here, see if I can, understanding your digital footprint, things like that. But you'll see as you're working your way through, we've got loads of resources, staying safe online, staying safe when playing games, advantages of certain things, cyberbullying even, the importance of those particular areas of working online, whether you're working using EducationCity, you're logged in, you're chatting to friends, or you're logged in playing a game. You don't know who you're playing that game against other than their name. So really, really important, those particular resources that will identify how to stay safe. You can see you've got like your tutorials, can't get my words out then, your tutorials just there, which are a lot like the Learn screens that you find on EducationCity. If I open that up, click onto that just there, you can see here we've got like a pause, rewind, fast forward. We can pause that. You can sort of bring this up on your online learning platform that you use with your students. You can have a bit of a chat. How do you use the internet? How do you use sort of online outside of the classroom, essentially? And then working through looking at personal information. What personal information should you share and what shouldn't you share? And then you can see you can work along those slides just there, clicking onto each of those as you need to. And you can see just here, there is this purple band, and that means that it will ask a question. So we can click onto that.
Who are Stig and Sylvie chatting to online? Select a picture to ask the mystery chat user a question.
So you've got here, this is the person that Sylvie and Stig are chatting to. Ask them different questions to try and figure out who they are. Now, straight away, you can look at that and you can sort of say, does that look like a child or an adult? Does it look like somebody you recognise? You can ask those questions. What are your hobbies?
I like cycling and cooking.
You've got that answer there.
I like being out in the fresh air.
You can go back, you can select another question and then have that discussion. Who do you think it might be? And this is great because it is sort of that whole class discussion about sort of staying safe online. Who do you think it is? And if we just head back to Online Safety Bundle just here, you can then click onto the worksheets. And this is the sort of thing that, you know, the students can do from home, and they don't necessarily have to print it out and sort of order the cards. They could always write things in a grid or a table, you know, the left-hand side information you can share, the right-hand side information that you shouldn't. So you don't necessarily have to sort of print these out. Now, the other thing you'll also notice is at no point are there any of those lovely orange plus signs to add things into a My City. And that's because everything in the Online Safety Bundle is available both on a teacher login and on the student login. And I'll show you a little bit more about that in a moment. Just scrolling down here, we do also have our ThinkIts. Again, if you've used us previously, you'll know that they've got the question there. So in this scenario, Chip, people online are making him feel sad. Does he know if he's being bullied or not? And then you've got, it's not bullying if it's on the computer here, or Manu saying it is bullying if somebody tries to upset you. And you've got that again, that whole sort of class discussion about those. And then the answer, Manu's given you that explanation just there. It is bullying, it's called cyberbullying, and that's what it is. Chip should tell an adult he trusts. And again, you could always say, who should Chip tell? And have that bit of a conversation with your students. You see, you've got loads of those there, sort of identifying cyberbullying, exploring online gaming, exploring sharing online, you know, loads of resources in there. So do have a look and you'll be able to see really easily. Here we go. So online gaming links with explore online gaming, sharing online links with that one just there. So you can really sort of see those sort of next steps if you like. So just to show you, if you're joining me today as a parent or guardian, or if you're a teacher and educator and you want to explain to your students how to find those resources, it's really, really simple. Once they're logged into EducationCity, it should say obviously their name just here, and you can see they've got their classwork and their homework just here as well, subjects, area, scores, etc. Below classwork is a tile called online safety, and if we click into that, it has exactly the same things. So this is the sort of thing which students could take independently. If you've shown them maybe the ThinkIt to start off with, and you say to them, okay, I want you to log on to your online safety bundle and have a look at what is cyberbullying. Again, you've got identifying cyberbullying just there, an activity that they can do, and they can log onto these really easily, independently, and just work their way through the questions just here. Now, whilst we're here as well, scrolling down to the bottom, we do like a good bit of cross-curricular, and we've got things like play scripts just here. And this is reading a play script about cyberbullying.
Read this play script, Twin Tales.
And we can move forward. We can pause that. You could ask somebody to be the narrator, somebody to be Matt, somebody to be Amber, reading those out online whilst this is on the online learning platform, and then discuss the questions just here. And each time you move across to the next slide, you've got a little bit more of that scenario and a little bit more like more advanced questioning just there as well, working their way through. Again, you've got those two different scenes as well. So you could get to this point and you could sort of say, you know, what do you think is happening in this? How do you know that's happening? And then maybe tomorrow, will start from scene 2. So you can sort of use these in their own rights as well as for obviously Safer Internet Day. Just to refresh you really quickly, when students log on, Online Safety Bundle is just there underneath classwork, and it appears exactly the same. No matter what country the students are from, it does look exactly the same. And then you've got your teacher or educator accounts. Make sure that you are on the next homepage, the new homepage just here, where you've got your curriculum map and assessments, and you'll find that Online Safety Bundle just there as well. Now, if you head online to educationcity.com as well and have a look for free resources, I'm sure you will find some great printables for making sure that we are staying safe online. I think it's more important now than ever to make sure that our students are staying safe. Has anybody got any questions? Just having a look just there. Can't see any just yet. If you think of any later on, any questions about this or anything else on Education City, you can get in touch with us. That's customer service at educationcity.com. So customer service, all one word, at educationcity.com. Send us an email. Any questions or queries that you might have, we'll be more than happy to answer for you. So this webinar has been relatively short and sweet. Do check out that Online Safety Bundle, available, as I mentioned previously, as an educator or as a student, not just for the 9th of Feb on Safer Internet Day. You can obviously use that throughout the year with your students as part of computing, making sure they're staying safe online and taking those steps that they need to make sure that they're remaining safe. I do hope that's been helpful to you. I look forward to seeing you at future webinars. Until next time, please make sure to stay safe and take care. Bye-bye.